They could come over there, can't they?
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our regular meeting and our opening ceremony for our 6 p.m. meeting. And we will call to order and have our roll call. Today is Tuesday, April 9th, 2024. I will now call the meeting to order. Can I get a roll call, please?
Board Member Girardi?
Here.
Board Member Irving?
Here.
Board Member Espericueta?
Here.
Board President Jarrell?
Here.
And we have Student Board Member Calderon?
Here.
And Student Board Member Gonzalez.
Here. Perfect. So tonight, we are going to have our Pledge of Allegiance led by Student Board Member Luke Calderon. Could you go ahead, Luke?
Please stand up. Right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Thank you, Luke. All right, and next we have our mission statement. First will be read by our student board member, Philip Gonzalez, and then will be read by our board member, Sergio Espericueta, in Spanish. Go ahead, Philip.
All members of Palm Springs Unified School District are united in our community to equity. We create deep, meaningful learning opportunities, build professionalism, and engage parents and community to ensure all success for all students. All students graduate with the skills, capacities, and confidence needed to succeed in a rapidly changing world.
Thank you.
Hi, good evening. Buenas tardes. Todos los miembros del Distrito Escolar Unificado de Palm Springs están unidos en nuestro compromiso con la equidad. Creamos oportunidades de aprendizaje profundas y significativas, creamos profesionalismo e involucramos a los padres y a la comunidad para garantizar el éxito de todos los estudiantes. Todos los estudiantes se gradúan con las habilidades, capacidades y confianza necesaria para tener éxito en un mundo en cambio rápido.
Thank you. We'll continue to our report of closed session. Oh, I'm sorry, we'll go with our land acknowledgement read by Student Board Member Luke Calderon.
The Palm Springs Unified School District acknowledges the Cahuilla as the original stewards of the land on which the Palm Springs Unified School District facilities now sit. We are grateful to have the opportunity to work with the indigenous people in this place. We pay our respect to the Cahuilla people, past, present, and emerging, who have been here since time immemorial.
Thank you, Luke. Okay. Tonight we have our board clerk, Karen Cornett, not with us, joining us. So according to Robert's rules, we will ask our superintendent to act as the secretary for the meeting and reporting out as the clerk substitute this evening. So, Dr. Signoret, are there any closed session actions to report?
No, there are no closed session items to report this evening.
Thank you. Number 7, the approval of our agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
Move for approval.
In a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. So tonight we are so excited. Tonight we are so excited to have Luke and Philip join us, as this is their last board meeting as student board members. So we are going to invite Luke from Palm Springs first, correct?
Perfect. Good evening, board. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to be a student board member this year. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys have really given me the opportunity to do so many things, and I'm very grateful for that. And without further ado, this is my April 2024 board report, so I appreciate you guys. I wanted to add in a little bit of a picture here from when you guys sent us to San Francisco. That was one of my favorite memories this year. And just wanted to say thank you once again and welcome to my last presentation. So starting off, we have a performing arts update. Our theater program most recently put on the Wizard of Oz play. A lot of students went, and it was great to see our campus really unite as one to support our theater company. Going to the performance myself, I really enjoyed it, and I got to see a lot of my friends perform, and a lot of them perform as different characters and different stage workers, and it was cool to see. Our Sings and Strings has been a very bright spot in our performing arts. With the wonderful voices we have on campus all in one group, the performances have gotten better each performance. It was nice to see them recently perform at our 8th grade campus orientation for our 8th graders, and just always awesome to see them take the stage and perform in front of our school. Our band over spring break got the opportunity to travel to Spain. They had a great time in a different country, exploring their passion for music and their passion for exploring friendships with other people who also enjoy music. And our dance team just yesterday had the opportunity to attend a Disneyland workshop where they got to explore their dance skills and really enhance the dance learning experience. So we're very happy for them. And then in our athletics update, our boys baseball team currently has a record of 9-13. We had a tournament over spring break where we won 1 game and lost 2. All the games were competitive, and one of the games even came down to the final inning. So it was a very fun tournament experience that I'm very grateful to take opportunity in. I pitched for our team, and I got a couple innings in, allowed no runs, so it felt good to pitch for our team and get a win. Our girls softball team has had a great season of rebuilding. They lost their core seniors last year, so it's been a rough year trying to work without them. But they've really been giving it their best effort, and we're very proud of them that they've been able to keep fighting no matter what. The season hasn't turned out in the win column that we want to see, but they've been giving their best effort, and we're very proud of them for that. Our boys and girls track have been having an amazing season. They have collected 100+ medals throughout their track meets this season, and we're very proud to see them continue to work hard and represent Palm Springs in a great way. And then our boys tennis team is also having a great season. This is the most amount of tennis participation we've had in the last 20 years here at Palm Springs High School, and we're very proud to see that more and more boys and girls are wanting to participate in tennis and wanting to learn the game of tennis. So we're very happy about that. Next, we have our Smart Mentor Dinner. Our Smart Mentors have been really helping our students. Our junior students had the opportunity to acquire these mentors who are figures in the community who have been in different positions in business, different positions in companies that have been successful, and they've been having the opportunity to be mentored by them. I have a couple friends who've been in the mentor program, and they have had the opportunity to tour different colleges, speak with business professionals, and also go out and get to view different industries and view different careers that they want to explore. They had a dinner on March 11th where the mentors and their parents, the mentors got to meet the students and their parents. So very good program, and we're very grateful that you guys allowed us to have that program at Palm Springs High School. Next up, we have our Professional Development Day that happened over spring break for our teachers. Our teachers gathered over spring break to discuss and share ideas with each other on learning strategies. Through collaborating and sharing their ideas, our teachers learned from each other and left with valuable perspectives from their peers. I know my physics teacher had the opportunity to share his ideas with other teachers, and he told us today about how he gathered the ideas and how he's going to apply those to our classroom. So that was very cool to see. Next, we have our 8th grade orientation. We had 8th graders come from Raymond Creek Middle School, St. Teresa, and King School to attend a rally, campus tour, and have the opportunity to meet different faculty and staff at the Palm Springs High School campus. It was a great opportunity for them to see what high school they might want to go to next year, and really gave them the chance to narrow down their high school options. So it was a great time, and I got some pictures up there of the different booths we had to kind of showcase what we have at Palm Springs High School. And then just this past weekend, we attended the Skills USA State Conference in Ontario, California. 37 students from our Palm Springs High School Able and Film Academies attended. It was a great opportunity to compete and have fun with one another as we chased the goal of going to Atlanta, Georgia. We did not actually medal or even place in the Film Academy, but our Able Academy took home a gold medal and is going on Atlanta, Georgia in the summer. It was a great opportunity to explore video news production, and I had a great time anchoring and being an interviewer on the streets where we actually got to go speak with industry professionals, and it was a great time. As you can see there, we got to go to the Rainforest Cafe with all 37 of us. We have our 3 gold medalists. We have us in the Ontario Toyota Arena awaiting the awards, and even though we didn't get the result we wanted, it was awesome to see our campus come together and have 37 students sent to a conference this big. There was over 4,000 people there, and it was really a great time competing with our school. And then, without further ado, I have my student interviews. Getting bored. Today I'm guys so much. I really appreciate it.
Okay, Luke, is there anyone that you'd like to recognize? Maybe half of the audience.
I definitely want to thank you guys all for showing up. It means a lot that you guys are here for our students. You know, I know a lot of you guys are here for Philip as well, so it means a lot that you guys show up for us at these meetings. And I want to thank Mr. Ventura, Miss Pap, Mr. Pap, and Mr. Ramirez for all showing up for my school. You guys mean a lot to me, and I appreciate all the support you guys continue to show me.
Let's give him a hand. Good job, Luke. Thank you.
All right. Hi, my name is Philip Gonzalez. I'm the Rancho Mirage High School student board rep. And this is going to be my final meeting of the year presenting. To start off, I'm going to start off with our 6 spring sports, including baseball, softball, swim, golf, boys, tennis, and boys and girls track and field. Start off, we have our baseball team. Our team's record overall is 17-5, and our league record is 7-3. We are currently second in DEL. Next, we have our softball team with an overall record of 8-8, and they had an amazing win over Palm Springs High School yesterday, 21-5. No shade thrown at all. Our swim team is coming to an end, but they have been really strong this year, and they're taking their skills over to La Quinta High School tomorrow. And they also have 2 CIF qualifiers. Next, we have our boys golf team, and this year we have one of the largest golf team in our history. They have over 20 boys, which is crazy to think about. They also have 1 league qualifier. We have Carlos Jaregui, who shot a 41 against Palm Springs, which qualified him for league. No shade again. Then we have our boys tennis team, which is also coming to an end. But before the season, they were able to see Sloane Stevens play. FILA reached out to our boys tennis coach and provided free tickets to the BNP Paribas Open at the Indian Wells Tennis Gardens. Next, we have our boys and girls track and field team. They currently have 16 prelim qualifiers, and we also have our Jonathan Covington, who is first in league for the high jump at 6 feet 2 inches, which is also tied for our school record. Next, we have our every 15 minutes program, which is our program that occurs every other year, hosted by our Plus program, which is it's a multi-week process where we get together a presentation to inform our juniors and seniors about the dangers of drunk driving. It looks a little horrendous right there, but it's there to teach our juniors and seniors to be aware of what the reality of life and drinking and driving. Next, we have our dance team, which traveled to Knott's Berry Farm and to the Walter Knott Theater for the Sharp International State Championship. They ended up getting first place in large contemporary, varsity contemporary, and large hip hop. They ended up getting fourth in varsity hip hop. And then for our individual competitions, we had our Sierra team captain, who ended up getting first in leg kicks, and Jaslyn, who ended up getting third in leg turns. And next we have our ASB campaigning, which went on a few weeks ago. These were positions. These are our campaigning for our positions for next year, including me, who ended up getting ASB president for next year. We have our vice presidents, our secretary, our human relations, and it's also for our class officers. Next up, we have our Race Academy, which ended up hosting their first annual Cars and Coffee Show. They invited people across the valley to show off their cars and enjoy a breakfast from our own Cafe Academy. Next, we have our curtains show from our performing arts. It was a murder mystery, which it was a murder mystery musical, and it was performed by our performing arts, and it was actually pretty cool. And next, we have our boys varsity wrestling team, who ended up being awarded the Riverside County 2024 Winter Academic Athletic Team Award with a 3.65 GPA. And finally, I just want to say a quick thank you. This is my last meeting that I'm going to be doing a report for, so I'd like to say thank you to the board, the cabinet, my ASB advisor, my ASB president, Maddie, and I'm very grateful for this experience that I've had, and I can't wait to do it again next year.
Thank you, Philip. So can we just join in together and give these two young men a great hand? Yay! Bravo. So this next section of this evening is monumental. Being on the board for 8 years, I don't think I've ever seen 70 people, young people, being honored at one board meeting. So this, for me, is just a spectacular night. And if you're here looking out to you and all the people that are watching online, we appreciate your support, your help, your encouragement, and being there for our kids, and including the staff across the district. We cannot do it without working, as one of the students said, together as a team, so thank you. We have 5 separate sections of recognitions, and so we'll start, and we'll all be down to honor the people that are being mentioned to be called up. They're not going to be receiving, the first 4 groups are not going to be receiving any certificates because they've already received them. So basically, they're going to come up, we'll shake hands, and we'll get some picture moments, okay? Is that right? Anything else? Perfect. Good.
So, hello. We are going to present today for the Rancho Mirage boys wrestling team, and I'm going to allow Philip to do it since he is also one of the fellow wrestlers, and he would love to honor and show respect to you guys.
Hi, I'm Dr. Steve Hickman from the Riverside County Office of Education, and I'm here representing Dr. Edwin Gomez, the Riverside County Superintendent of Schools. Thank you.
We're going to start off with Malachi Avalos. Next, we have Julian Cordova.
Congratulations. Do you want me to read you? I'll read you when it comes to your last.
Okay. Next, we have Isaiah Heffern. Next, we have Atlani Hernandez. Next, we have Dominique Lomeli. We also have the other brother, Roman Lomeli. Next, we have Emiliano Mitao. I don't know. We have Santino Petrovic. Now we have Kevin Rodarte. We have Kelvin Tan.
He was kind of good, is he good? Congratulations.
We have Heinz Verazas.
Yes. Congratulations.
And next we have our own Philip Gonzalez.
Congratulations.
If you don't mind, if we can get the coach to come up here as well, so he can give us some of the students.
Mr. Decker. Congratulations.
You guys want the boys just in front? Yeah. Maybe better? We can try that. Come on. Come here. Come on to me.
Are they way bigger than me?
Yeah, you have to go to other with me. Short people in the back.
He said, short people in the back.
We did this all the time.
Up front.
There's an extract. Read the part.
I can do it. You want me to do it? You can do this.
I'll do it.
You're the pronouncer. You're the.
I'm sorry for Palm Springs, that's what she's saying. But go ahead.
Okay, next up, the governing board wishes to recognize and commend the following 2024 Spelling Bee champion and runner-up. So could we please get the first place winner, Brittany Ulostrimo from James Logan Middle School?
Congratulations.
And can we also welcome the second place winner, Hector Nunez Ramirez from Desert Springs Middle School?
Hector? All right. So let's take a picture with our winner, right? Yes.
Balance it out? Yeah, yeah. That wasn't the intent.
You had a tough match.
Okay. We are going to be going on to our recognition and commending our following participants and winners and awards for the 2024 Riverside County Science and Engineering Fair. And our board member, Espericueta, will be reading the names.
Okay, I will start. The first one is Reon Malasik. Reon Malasik. Miranda González. Valerie Jiménez.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Aubrey Galindo.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Ariana Cervantes.
I thought I wanted you to know that this is Mavis.
Juliana Chavarín. Congratulations. Emiliano Jaramillo.
Congrats.
Congratulations. Violet Hernández.
Congrats.
Congratulations. Jordan Gray. Pedro González Pérez.
Congrats.
Congratulations. Joshua Martínez.
Congrats.
Congratulations. Alejandro Medero González.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Samantha González. Jonathan Perla.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Way to go, John. Thank you.
Logan Rivera.
I love the hat.
Congratulations. 15 Valverde. Christine Bernardo.
Congrats.
Congratulations. Lily Ugen.
Congrats.
Congratulations. Isabela Espinosa.
Congrats.
Congratulations. Anthony Torres. Calia Tolentino.
Okay.
Isa. Sorry. Anthony Torres. Okay.
Congrats.
Congratulations, Miguel. Congratulations, Tony. Julia Rose.
Congrats.
Congratulations, Julia. Zaira Núñez. Azalía Manco. Clover Valverde. Amia Marsh. Class project, Mrs. Beira and Mr. Cruz. Class project, Mrs. Esmeralda Rodríguez.
Congrats.
I'm so sorry.
Congratulations. Nicolás Mata.
Congrats.
Congratulations, Nicolás. Olivia Kerr. Okay.
Congrats.
Congratulations. Annabelle Jackson. Maris Ferrer.
Congrats. I love your shirt.
Congratulations. Isabela Rentería.
Congrats.
Congratulations. Great job. Alex Estrada. Alicia Brice. Maybe one more time. Jonathan Perla. Logan Rivera. The same? Anthony, the same? Okay, these are the same too, huh? Vicky Knapp. Congratulations. Henry. Enrique Agrón. Misael Mitl Witzel.
Then we'll do it separate.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do that separate.
Okay.
Let's take a picture.
Yeah, nice.
All right, come on over, come on in. Everybody, all together. All right, come on in. Come on over. Come on in. Join us. Don't come to the back. Be short. Push them up. Help each other. Help each other out. Come on, get everybody, step back. Step back. Get everybody in. All the family. It becomes like, I don't stop. All right, wow. Good job, science. Fantastic. We'll stay up here. I will stay here, and then y'all come back. Everybody come up who wants a picture. Bless you. You want to do that?
And we be the same.
Yeah, they're the same.
The small group. It's okay.
Yeah.
But it's another recognition.
Congratulations, guys.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Did we get the same kids? Let me ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them are duplicates.
Are they duplicates? Hi, Ruby!
Because they are leaving.
Okay.
They have to wait. No?
You don't even know they're here.
We don't even know.
You don't even notice.
Yeah. Go back, go back, go back.
We went to the.
Hey, how you doing?
Graduation. Okay, got it.
Okay. Sorry. Are we duplicating on the next list? And they're part of that group? They're gone. They're the county group too.
Yeah,
I think they're all
think they're
inclusive. So that list is all inclusive with the second part two. The county kids on the next part. You see there's two sections? They left, right? Right, I think. I'll say they did. All right, it looks like they did.
Yeah, it looks good.
All right.
So we should just jump over that.
All right.
Academic excellence? Am I doing?
All right. Okay. We still may have some science winners here in our room, and we want to make sure we don't miss a person. And if we missed you, we're going to bring you up. So we have Rian Malasic, I think they've gone. Miranda Gonzalez, maybe. Valeria Jimenez. How about Aubrey Galindo? She's gone. And then Jordan Gray from CYES, Cabot Yerxa. Quincy Valverde was called. Julia Rosaler, Pedro Gonzalez Perez, Emiliano Mario, and then Amia Mars. Everyone's been recognized for science. Okay, is that right? Yay, let's give them a hand. So we are moving on to our last recognition tonight, and my student board member. Oh, yes. Oh, there's two more. And my student board member, is going to read these special recognitions. And the first, Luke is going to recognize and commend the following students.
Yeah. Can we have Cinda Donero from Palm Springs High School coming up?
Maybe read these parents. What's the letter?
So you stand right here.
Oh, she read it.
She already said that. She already said
Is it okay to put it on you?
One more, and Brianna.
Yeah.
One-
And then can we also have Aubriana Pingleton from Palm Springs High School coming up?
Okay. And then this is, you can read why they're being recognized.
And these certificates are in recognition of their extraordinary commitment to hard work, dedication, perseverance, and exceptional academic excellence at Palm Springs High School during the 2023-2024 school year.
Okay, everybody right here. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Good job. Oh, yes, we have some more. Okay. Congratulations. Yes, and then, we would like to call up.
And then the governing board also wishes to recognize and commend the following parents for their involvement and engagement in school site activities and events. Do we have a Rhonda Henry from Palm Springs High School?
Okay, and that's it. Second side, that's been canceled.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Conditions on. For 80 kids.
That was wonderful. Next, we look at item 10, our public hearing. F? Oh, that one's going to be at the next meeting. Yeah. Sorry, thank you. We have a public hearing, it's 10A, and it is regarding the approval of statutory school facility fees imposed on new residential and commercial industrial construction, OE 12.2. The board now opens this public meeting on the adoption of Resolution 2023-2024-36, the approval of statutory school facility fees imposed on new residential industrial construction pursuant to Education Code Section 17620 and Government Code Section 66016A. Have any written comments been received by the district as to the proposed resolution?
No comments, no written comments were received.
Okay. Is there anyone present in our audience who wishes to provide oral comments on the proposed resolution? Okay. So later in the agenda, the board will consider adopting this resolution 2023-24-36. And this education facility fees on new residential and commercial construction pursuant to Education Code 17620 and Government Code Section 66016A. So at this time, seeing no oral comments or public comments, I declare the public hearing closed. So we then now look at 10B. And this is a public hearing regarding the adoption of secondary math instructional materials, OE 10.11. The board now opens the public hearing on the adoption of secondary math instructional materials, OE 10.11. Have we any written comments been received by the district as to the adoption?
No written comments were received.
Okay. Is there anyone present who wishes to provide oral comments on the math adoption? Okay. Seeing that there are no comments, later in the agenda, the board will consider approving the adoption of secondary math instructional materials. And thus, I declare this public hearing closed. Thank you. Okay, number 11, we look at our public comments. First, we'll look at email comments. Dr. Signoret, have we received any email comments?
Yes, President Jarrell, we received one electronic comment, which has been distributed to the Board of Education.
Thank you. We'll move on to the second part of this item, and we'll look at in-person comments. And before we start with in-person comments, we just remind our speakers that all of the comments are to be directed to the board, to be under 3 minutes, and shall be devoid of any personal attacks. Members of the public are expected to maintain a professional, courteous decorum during public comments. And board members, we do not respond to public comments. So do we have any members of the public who wish to address the Board of Education? And we do. We have one speaker card, and we would like to invite Miss Lisa Tabares up to the podium. Thank you.
So good evening, Superintendent Signoret, Board of Trustees, and Cabinet members. My name is Lisa Tabares. I'm the General Manager for Think Together Palm Springs Region. We're excited to share that as part of our Soccer for Success activities, Think Together in partnership with the U.S. Soccer Foundation, Adidas, and Dick's Sporting Goods has been providing soccer cleats to Think Together students in the Palm Springs Unified School District. So far, 25 pairs have been given out to Desert Hot Springs High School students, and a total of 175 Think Together students at the middle schools and Cielo Vista Charter have received cleats. We're now distributing to the elementary schools. Think Together is happy and honored to serve Palm Springs Unified students and families. If any other students in the district would like cleats, we just need names and sizes, and we can drop them off at any of the other school sites. And so I believe Erica has my email. Also, Amber and the expanded learning staff have my email. And we just wanted to show you what they look like. They're in various colors. We have sizes, boys 1 through 13, and just happy to share that out with any students that need cleats. So, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Next, we'll move on to board member comments, and we'll start with Board Member Girardi. Would you like to comment?
I took advantage of spring break and got out of town for a while, so I'll be real brief. First of all, I would like to thank the City of Desert Hot Springs. Madonna and I sat in on a meeting, what we call a 2x2 meeting with them, and we really appreciate their collaboration and support for our school district. They're great partners with us. I also got to sit in the LPAC meeting where they brought in the students on the HSI tour. I tell you, we couldn't be, I'm very happy. Those students are great ambassadors for our school district, and I'd certainly like to thank our chaperones, Nicole Crawford, Omar Tinoco, Jarvis Williams, Jasmine Rosario, and Richard Ramirez. And I think Dr. Signoret was a chaperone for a while. What a great opportunity. If I counted right, I could be wrong, but I think there was like 8 students that went, or 12, something like that, 8 or 10?
24.
20, oh, they only interviewed, what, about 10?
Yeah.
All right, so 24 students. what a great opportunity for those students. They're in Austin, Texas, which is a nice place. They got to visit some really, really nice schools, so congratulations to them. Teresa, if you're still here, thank you for coming and sharing about the cleats with us. I truly appreciate that. And Luke and Philip, I can't believe we're at the end of your tenure with us, but I got to say, on a personal note, it's been a real pleasure of mine to get to know you guys. I know you're going to have extremely successful futures and careers, and I wish you all the best in this world. So thank you. I'm done. Thank you.
Okay, so I might be a little short as well. I also went to the LPAC meeting as well with John, and it was just amazing to listen to, always hear the students tell about the experiences and what they've learned, and just being excited about being out of the country, and some of them even for the first time being on planes. I just want to say thank you very much to Cabinet and also everyone in Palm Springs Unified School District, because the program is amazing with getting 24 students from both the HSI as well as the APAC on these trips to these colleges and exposing them, which leads into the next event I went to, which was the Negro Academic Scholarship Ball, which has been in existence for about 54 years. That as well was amazing to hear. Some of those students are now going to those HBCUs. Out of the 14 kids that received scholarships, there was 4 or 5 kids that are going to HBCU colleges. So we're doing a wonderful job, and you guys continue to keep up the good work. And the Negro Academic Scholarship Ball it's like I said, it's been around for about 54 years. It's a great program. We have sent a lot of students to college with the Negro Academic Scholarship. And I just want to say it's great to be in those type of settings, to see family members who come out to those type of events, and they're seeing people in their actual element of being excited. And it's filled up the Hyatt with all of the staff and the people and the students were there. And I just want to tell them thank you for continuing to give our students scholarships. And next, I went to Raymond Cree, had a community day in JOJ, Desert Highland Center. And this event was to bring community to get involved with some of the students at Raymond Cree. It wasn't as attended as it should be, but I think this is the first time, so being the first one, it's always not that well attended when it's the first one, but it's great to see that those schools are reaching out and trying to build relationships with the community. And lastly, on March the 27th, I went to Palm Springs Women's Club, and they had a gala as well. Tony happened to be honored there, a recipient of an award there. And so it's always great to see women. I come from a family of a lot of women. So I have 6 sisters. So it's always great to be in the presence of women and see the excellence of what they're doing. As well, I want to tell you thank you for giving our students Think Together. Thank you for giving those students those shoes. A lot of times people fail to realize how important it is to receive something. It could be anything. Some of the kids are ashamed to try out for some of those sports because they don't have shoes. So just to give them the shoes and give them an opportunity to play that sport, thank you very much for that. And lastly, you guys, I just want to tell you guys know how I feel. Philip is amazing, and also Luke has done so much stuff at Palm Springs High School. Every time you go on the campus, he is everywhere doing everything at all times. And Philip, I just think it's a little interesting that you like to poke at Palm Springs High School, but it's okay. We'll take it. So you guys I enjoyed you guys so much. I look forward to seeing you guys at graduation.
Thank you. Yeah, and I want to start to congratulate student board member Calderon Gonzalez for the whole presentation that you did during this school year. It was a great presentation. 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 It was a great presentation I have been an honor to be sharing time with you guys because we learn a lot from you. We know that your commitment is not only in your professional development, it's also a commitment from the whole student of the school district. Thank you for that, and I want to wish the best for you guys, in your bright future. Thank you. Also, I want to thank the public comments. Teresa, thank you for everything that you do for the student. I want to thank the community member or that sent the email. We read it and we take it very seriously, and thank you for the comments. Also, I want to be shortly about the APAC meeting with HBCU and LPAC meeting with HSI students that went to the tour to visit university and also to expose them to another environment, another stay, and is not a question that is a good program. I know that it's not easy to put all together, but I hope that we can include more students in the future. And thank you, the chaperone, thank you, the whole administrator that made this possible and organize in one way to keep the students safe and to keep them learning new things for their life. I have the opportunity also to attend one community events or meeting in the city of Palm Desert, and I have one resident that came with me to tour, and he mentioned something about that he know that the school district have influence in one section of Palm Desert, and he would like to have the school district to have more conversation with the Palm Desert city, probably with the city council, probably something to include them, in the conversations for everything that is happening in the school district. I'm attending with Charlie the Negro Academic Scholarship Fan Banquet is very, I appreciate a lot that the people with experience do for the young generation, not only supporting with money to continue their education, but also with very motivational speech. They share their experience, they let them know that it's not easy, the path to get education, but it's possible, and they share their experience and the old barrier, the whole obstacle that they have, and that is good to keep sharing our experience with the youth generation. And also in the April 1st, I attended with President Guerrero the theatrical legacy from the Palm Springs Unified School District Foundation to honor Sal Mistrera. They put together professional singer, professional actor that had former student from the school district and former student from Sal Mistreta. And when I see the concept that they performed for around 2 hours, I asked Allen how long take to put that event together. And she said 1 week, 1 or 2 weeks. And the answer for that was the professional that had good training in that part that they do to perform singing or in acting. They don't need a lot of time. They say, yes, give me my turn and give me how long time I will be there, and I do my job. And seeing all performers together, it's like that the event takes 1 year to put together when they put together in one week. And the last one, I want to thank the principal from Agua Caliente, and because the city of Cathedral City started the groundbreaking for a new park in Dream Home neighborhood, and they asked the Agua Caliente school to communicate with parents to be in this event that is big for them. Thank you, Mr. Antuna, and thank you, the city, Cathedral City, for include a school district in this process. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you all, and I just have about 4 things, and then I'm going to ask our board members if they have anything else they'd like to add before we move on to our superintendent comments. As Sergio mentioned, board member Espericueta, we were at the celebration to honor Sal Mistreta, and Sal Mistreta was a professional Broadway actor, and he came to the Coachella Valley, and he decided to get involved with MTU, Musical Theater University, at Rancho Mirage High School. While he was on Broadway, he was in Sweeney Todd, Evita, Cats, the Student Prince Cabaret. And with him, he brought to our school and our students a wealth of knowledge, experience, and stories. And I have a little blurb to read about him. He joined the MTU faculty in the latter part of its inaugural season and dedicated 9 years as an MTU instructor to the students. One of his final public appearances before passing away in January of 2023 was a special master class with the MTU students discussing his career and advice for their pursuits. Sal Mistreta had an illustrious 60-year Broadway career. The Sal Mistreta Musical Theater University Scholarship Fund was established to assist MTU graduating seniors in helping them to seek a career in professional theater. So we reach out to all of our MTU graduates, current students, and all of the people that were touched by Sal Mistreta. Thank you on behalf of our district and the Board of Education and myself. As Board Member Girardi mentioned, on April 2nd, we had a very productive 2x2 communication board meeting on Zoom with the City of Desert Hot Springs, with their mayor and other attendees. We spoke about our classes visiting their city government, facilities and programs, crossing guards, helping us connect with them through their mailing list, and then maybe the homecoming parade for Desert Hot Springs High School in the fall. So that was really my first 2x2, and I thought it was very productive. Thank you, Desert Hot Springs government officials and support personnel. Next, on Saturday the 6th, I had a chance to do 2 things. I was here in the morning at our Cathedral City Amphitheater, and we celebrated autism. And I want to reach out to all of our families and people in our whole entire world that this is Autism Acceptance and Awareness Month. And we had a Color the Spectrum Autism Inland Empire Autism event. And this was presented by the Autism Society of the Inland Empire. And there were resource booths. Students of ours from across the valley were there. They were dancing, presenting. They were vendors. They created jewelry, face painting, art. I really was impressed by this autism event, my first one, and the Run for Autism is coming up, and I encourage all of our community to participate. Again, this run is being held soon at the amphitheater in Cathedral City. One thing that I'd like to see is there were resource booths, and maybe our district could participate. Perhaps I have Juanita's card. She's the facilitator. I've known her for years. Maybe nutrition services, giving out water bottles, doing some types of events with the kids, and having a resource booth from Palm Springs Unified. But all kids and families from across Inland Empire were invited. And then last, the Kidchella blowout in Thermal was happening on Saturday, and I was there in the afternoon. And so I brought back a little artifact to show you. I have my Kidchella blanket, And I want to tell you how this is really important. First of all, this Kidchella event was hosted by Mark and Nicole Tadros, and they are an amazing supporter of Palm Springs Unified, and Amber Gascoigne and Miriam and Joan and leadership and everything about our district. And they've done our trips to the farm. But this Kidchella event had two sections, one in the morning to another one in the afternoon. And kids had VIP cards. And I didn't have a VIP card, but they did. And they were in the spotlight that day with so many great events. I'm not going to steal your thunder. He can also tell us more. But the thing about this event, it was all local. And the local people that served the lemonade were E-Pels. All the food trucks were local food trucks. The people working the event were local. Some of the media that set up the stage were local from Palm Springs Unified. The band that was featured was a band from Indio and the Coachella Valley. And so I want to extend a thank you to Mark and Nicole for making the magic happen for hundreds of family members, parents, and kids across our district. Now, so I bring my blanket because there's the story. I asked one family, what is it about this event that, attracts you or keeps you, interested or happy about today? What is it that, you tell me about what stands out? And this mother who has 4 children in our district, and she had her blanket, and she was sitting on her blanket with her kids, and she said, this event helps us connect to our kids. And she said, this is a time where we turn off the devices and we get to know our kids. And they're sitting under the shade in their blankets, just watching the Ferris wheel and having the time of their lives. So there are some times where we provide these opportunities for these special moments for parents to take an air-conditioned bus and be VIPs with their kids. So thank you again to all the Kidchella promoters, personnel, teachers were there, Parent Engagement Center. It was an amazing event, and thank you again, shukran in Arabic, to the Aziz Farms. And now to our 2 board members.
I just want to start off by saying thank you for allowing the wrestling team to have their little ceremony here today. It was really cool. It did put a little bit more stress on me than normal, having my team there in front of me, but I'm really appreciative over that. And I'm also appreciative over this experience that we've gone through this year. From the beginning of the year, being super nervous coming into that first meeting to traveling all the way to San Francisco, having some conversations with board member Charlie. It's even at our league wrestling tournament, we got to have some good conversations there. And the 2 that are behind the scenes for us, always helping us, Miss Monica and Miss Erica. They do so much, and they definitely keep us in track, helping us with every little detail. So thank you guys so much.
For my comments, I definitely got a couple things. I want to say, Teresa, I think it was, thank you so much for making sure our students have the necessary sports equipment they need to participate in those sports. I remember I was a more fortunate child, so I had the money to go out there and purchase different things and go and have the opportunities. But to really give our underprivileged kids and families the opportunity to participate in sports is such a big thing. You never know who could be the next great thing. So it really is awesome to see that you're giving them the opportunity to do that. I wanted to touch on our HSI tour. I had the opportunity to attend, not this year, but last year, and it was just an amazing tour. And I'm super glad and thankful that our district continues to provide that opportunity for students. On my tour, it was awesome to see how many students really had their eyes opened to the fact that college is for them. They are wanted at college, they are needed at college, and they can succeed at college. And that is so good that they continue to have the opportunity to see that. I actually liked one of the universities so much that over this past spring break, I drove the 18 hours up to Texas and went and visited St. Edward's University again. And I got to talk to the university president, different admission directors, and that is in my final 3 for different campuses I might actually attend. So it was awesome to see that an HSI trip brought me to that. Thank you guys so much for continuing to fund that. It means the world. It is kind of crazy that a year has gone by so fast, and it's made me realize kind of my grand scheme of things in life. Like, this is how fast life goes, and it's only going to get faster from here. And from the first meeting we had in here where we sat down and introduced each other to now, it's gone by in the blink of an eye. So I just want to say thank you guys for being along on the journey. Thank you guys for how much time you guys spend and how much effort you pour into Palm Springs Unified School District. A lot of students don't realize, I didn't realize before this year, what it takes to successfully run a school district, and you guys are a large part in that. So I want to say thank you to each and every one of our board members, Dr. Sinare, Ms. Kovacs, Mr. Simmons, Mr. Clayton Hill, and then, like Philip said, Monica and Erica. I don't know where we'd be without you guys and your support. A little joke started on the San Francisco trip, Mama Monica, and it's just thank you guys for taking care of us like we're your own. It really does mean the world to us, and all of you, every time we'd walk in here, greeting us with a smile, a handshake, and a hug. And sometimes you don't know how much that can mean to us, especially after we have our own problems and our own things going on at school, and we come here and we know that you guys respect us and you guys love us and you guys love all of our students here in Palm Springs Unified School District. So I want to say thank you guys so much, and thank you for continuing to allow students to have this position. It means a lot.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen, and all of our board members. Next, we'll continue with our superintendent's report.
Thank you, President Terrell. And just like you mentioned, yeah, that's a hard act to follow. So that's definitely so true. But first, I do want to thank Think Together, those cleats. Really appreciate what you're doing for our kids and community. Luke and Philip, what else can I add to what's already been said, just other than you guys have been absolutely great. You're outstanding leaders. Both of you have extremely bright futures ahead of you. I know we're going to have a board recognition later on for you. And I know, Philip, we'll still have you around. I know that that comment about the softball team was a little bit of a dig there to Palm Springs High, but I don't know if you also knew that both Monica and my daughter are on that softball team at Palm Springs High. So we'll remember that little piece there. But look forward to congratulations to the Rancho Mirage High School girls, of course. But Luke, also can't wait to see you cross the stage at graduation. Looking forward to that moment. That's going to be a very special one for all of us here. The HSI's trip was absolutely phenomenal. I agree. Had the pleasure of joining the group in San Antonio, specifically to go to the Texas State University tour, which was great. I don't know if you recall, Luke, they have the LBJ, Lyndon B. Johnson statue out there. Lyndon B. Johnson, former president, but what I think it makes it even more special, not only as alumni, but he's the one that signed the Civil Acts right into legislation during his presidency, which makes that tour even that much more special for our kids. And also, like board member Girardi mentioned, their chaperones are absolutely phenomenal. I won't mention their names again, as they've already been recognized, but one of the things that in talking with them and not only having the opportunity to see this firsthand, HSI and the HBCU tour. But I think really what we would like to do is take that next step and really work with the kids during their senior years on following on those dreams and staying connected with them to help them those next steps. It's been interesting, you said at Edwards, one of the kids was telling me that they were excited about either that opportunity or University of Texas, but was already concerned about costs, already concerned about accessibility. And my words to them, which I'd say to any of our students, don't let those be the barriers that will keep you from pursuing your dreams. we will be there to help you out. We're going to find ways to support these kids. So that's really where I envision our next step in working with Nicole Crawford and Jarvis Williams on this wonderful program is how can we stay connected with our kids and help them through so they can make those dreams a reality. So that's something that we'll be working on. Coachella, yes, no, you didn't steal any of my thunder. It was wonderful. I did have the opportunity to go in the morning. I know Dr. Kovacs was also there in the afternoon. It was a great activity. Amber and Aziz Farms, once again, just knocked it out of the park. They just are absolutely phenomenal. I even had the opportunity to take my own kids, and I was sharing with the board during dinner, my 2-year-old Sebastian. I had to drag him away from the painting area. There's kids behind him, and he didn't care. He just wanted to keep on going. We had to give other kids an opportunity, but they were absolutely wonderful. Moving forward, I did want to mention this Saturday, coming Saturday, we do have the elementary and secondary reclassification ceremony at the Richards Center. So that'll be this Saturday, April 13th. This is where our English language learners that have met a very important criteria are reclassified as fluent English proficient. So we are very excited to recognize these kids and all of their efforts. We're going to encourage their ongoing success. Elementary will be in the morning and secondary in the afternoon. Just want to recognize our EL coordinator, Robin Hinchliff, for putting this wonderful event together. Last but not least, I just want to encourage our students, if you've heard me say this many times before, but school attendance. Please be at school. Parents, please send your kids to school. We're on that final stretch of the school year, approximately 9 weeks left. No, that's not. Did I have it down wrong?
No, that's just scary to think about.
Oh, scary, gotcha.
Hey, you're good, but
I thought Philip was going to correct me like, no, I've got it down to 8 weeks and 2 days.
it's just scary to think about.
Yeah. Yes, no, it is scary. It is coming up very soon. I know we have many end-of-year celebrations, including graduations, but let's stay focused on being at school, being there every single day. We have made some tremendous progress with our student attendance, so let's keep it up. Please don't miss school. It's extremely important. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Okay, we'll move on to the last part of our meeting. It's our board action items. We start with the approval of a monitoring report governing policy OE-6 financial administration, OE 8.1, and we'll invite Mr. Jeff Simmons to present OE 6.
Okay, thank you. I do not have a presentation on this, but I do have a board summary that's actually also attached to the action item. So this report is based on the 22-23 school year, and it's mainly about the fiscal operations and purchasing. It's got 15 sub-policies associated with the OE6 here. So in regards to sub-policies 1 through 3, the expectations indicate that the Palm Springs Unified School District pays its bills, including payroll, on time, as well as collects from vendors and government agencies what is owed to PSUSD. They also indicate that we cooperate with the audit process and provide the audit report to the board and public each year. We have complied with these expectations. For sub-policies 4 and 5, these expectations ensure that we keep accurate financial records using the government accounting procedures, publish the financial statements on our website, and we do comply with these expectations. In regards to sub-policies 6 through 11, these expectations indicate that we are being responsible with our funding by not going into debt, not spending reserves, and not making accounting moves without board approval. These expectations were all in compliance as well. Sub-policies 12 through 15, these expectations ensure that we use the competitive bidding processes for small and large purchases, as well as proper bidding for public works projects. Sub-policy 15 also ensures that we assign high priority to environmental sustainability with all of our purchases. The board recommendation for this review is to mark in compliance. Our fiscal and purchasing teams do a great job remaining compliant with board OEs and all audit and government reporting requirements. So thank you.
Okay. May I ask for a motion to approve 14A? Can I get a motion to approve 14A?
I'll move it.
And a second?
Second.
Are there any questions or comments? Okay. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. Next, 14B, the adoption of secondary math instructional materials, OE 10.1111. Dr. Kovetz will introduce Deanna Killian.
Yes, I am so pleased I have the opportunity to introduce Dr. Deanna Killian, our Director of Secondary Curriculum and Instruction. We had the opportunity to pull a committee together to evaluate new math curriculum, and Dr. Killian is going to present that information to you this evening, as well as additional details that got us to the point where we're coming to the board for a recommendation.
Thank you. Good evening, board members, cabinet. I'm so happy to be in front of you to present our recommendation for our math adoption for Palm Springs Unified School District, secondary math adoption. First, our goal was to adopt high-quality instructional materials aligned to the shifts in mathematics instruction and math frameworks that meets the needs of our diverse population here in our district. Of course, we wouldn't be able to be in this place without our wonderful Math Adoption Committee members, and so I want to take a moment and honor and recognize the Math Adoption Committee members. You'll see there that we were very intentional to ensure there is wide representation in our district. We have 2 representatives from each one of our secondary schools, as well as our math TOSAs that were instrumental in this process. Our adoption process and timeline was it boiled down to 1, we wanted our committee members to be able to review various publishers with the intent to narrow down and pilot 2 publishers that could potentially be adopted and approved, and truly come to a consensus as a district at what publishers and programs would best suit the needs of our students. So before we started our work, we wanted to ensure that we were very clear about the procedures and policies and how we would conduct business. So we established norms as a group. And you can see here that this truly was the definition of how we would conduct our work, how we would meet, and how we would behave. The other thing we wanted to be very clear about is consensus process. And we wanted to ensure that the committee members and our group understood that this is not a vote. This was not intending to bully or to come to a decision that wasn't met with mutual respect and an acceptable solution that was accepted by all. So we took some time to define what the consensus process was. To begin the process, Educational Services sent out a Google survey to the school sites, and each school was able to identify publishers that they had interest in hearing from. So you could see these are the ones that have been on the recommended list by California Department of Education, and we also provided an opportunity to invite other publishers at the bottom there, other. So there was a write-in possibility for our sites. 1 Google survey per school. So we asked the math committee members to work together with their math department. And so 1 survey for the 1 school. This is how it broke out. You could see the voting there with the survey of what the publishers they wanted to hear from. We used 3 as the cut mark, and so you could see here that these were the publishers that were selected by our committee members of interest to hear more about. So from there, we invited the publishers to come in and to present. Worthy to note that we wanted every publisher to have the same amount of time. We wanted everything to be equitable, and so that there was not any type of publisher that would have more leverage or more opportunity with our committee members. So you could see that we were very intentional with timing. Desmos, I will say, pulled out. They indicated that they would not have high school material that would be ready for school year 24-25. So they themselves pulled out of the presentation. So on August 28th, 29th, we invited our publishers in. Again, we wanted to ensure that our committee members were evaluating and listening with the same focus areas. And so we had an evaluation tool that articulated 4 distinct areas that we asked the committee members to evaluate the publishers through this lens. The very first one was certainly the math content and alignment to standards. And you can see that there are subsections underneath there. The other one that we wanted to look at was assessments. We wanted to ensure that there was ample opportunities to assess and ensure our students are progressing along. And then certainly number 3 and 4, universal access. We wanted to ensure there was materials to differentiate, to ensure there's accessibility for all of our student groups. And then certainly program organization, the ease and the usability for students, but also faculty. It was on a Likert scale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5 being exceptional, 1 being not included. Really important to mention that while this does add numbers and it quantifies the evaluation process, it's solely intending to be used as a starting point for conversation. We had, and in fact, with this, we did have, this is a picture on the left of my scribbling on the board, my teacher scribble on the whiteboard, but on the right side you could see the actual numbers. And although 2 definitely stood up, we had extensive conversation about CPM, which is the very right side column. You can see the numbers didn't generate as high as Reveal or Envision. However, we had robust conversations because of the conceptual mathematic instruction in the program. At the end, the committee decided that we would stick with Reveal and Envision, and so we did pilot those 2 publishers. Again, the intent to be very consistent in our piloting window. We had Reveal for September 14th through November 9th, and then we invited Envision, and we piloted Envision from November 13th to January 30th. Same amount of days. We wanted, as we were piloting the publisher and piloting the materials, again, to provide for consistent debrief and consistent elements that we were evaluating, we had protocols available for our teachers. You're looking at 2 protocols, but they're essentially evaluating the same thing. So you could see here on the one on the left, conceptual development, the one on the right also has a conceptual development. The areas that we asked our committee members to use as a lens is conceptual development, procedural fluency, and problem solving. That aligns with our mathematic frameworks to ensure that we're approaching mathematic instruction not with one focus, but rather a comprehensive approach. Our timeline was we had publisher 1, Reveal, come in, train on the materials, and we began our pilot. At the conclusion of the pilot, we brought the team together to do a debrief. Pros and cons, our wonderings, what was a wow factor, captured notes. In November, we brought in Envision, same thing. They came in, they trained our teachers on the materials to set them up for the pilot. We came at the conclusion of the pilot in January, pilot debrief on Envision. The wows, the wonderings, what we liked and what we didn't like, captured notes. At end of January, we had 2 meetings where we brought the team together again to look at our notes, look at the evaluation, the protocol that I just showed previously, the slide previous, and talked about what was going to be best suited for our students, all our students, ensuring that all our student groups had materials that they could access and come to consensus. Which brings us to tonight. We are happy to bring our recommendation to the board for board approval. Pending board approval, we hope to purchase the materials. I hope you can see that I'm holding off on the big reveal, so I'll tell you what our recommendation is. And then certainly we'll look into April, May, and August to begin training on the new adoption. We want to ensure that our teachers are very well equipped to hit the ground running in the fall for a 24-25 implementation, pending board approval. All right. So our recommendation, that's right, thank you for the drum roll. Our recommendation I'm proud and happy to say that we came to a full consensus for middle and high school on one publisher, and it's Reveal from McGraw-Hill. We will, pending board approval, seek Reveal McGraw-Hill to meet our Math 6, 7, and 8th grade, as well as our accelerated middle school math program, Integrated Math 1, Integrated Math 2, and Integrated Math 3. I have to say, as an aside, I've done textbook adoption in my previous district as well as this district, and I'm so happy to say that we have one adoption for the full secondary group. That's not always the case. Sometimes it's a split adoption for middle and high, but I'm so happy to say that consensus, the whole group, backed Reveal and McGraw. So that's a very, very cool thing. Next steps for us is, of course, tonight we're seeking board approval. We're looking for an 8-year adoption contract, which aligns to the adoption cycle that's provided by CDE in the state. We have allocated $2.1 million for the secondary math. We are currently in negotiations with Reveal to see what the bottom line cost is, but we do have that allocated for adoption. And then, of course, pending tonight's outcome, then we will begin training with Reveal. I'd like to share with the board that we are going to be intentional with that training. We have invited our Irvine Math Project consultants. We've done extensive work with our scope and sequence, and so when we train our teachers, not only will we be training on the materials itself, but we want to ensure that we're training alongside our scope and sequence to honor the work that has been done thus far. We don't want to be seen as separate, but rather complementary, and in terms of instruction and the flow. And also, for next year, 24-25, we look to embed that with our work with Irvine Math. We will continue to go back and ensure that we're bringing our publisher and the new adoption alongside our professional development. That's it.
Great.
Any questions?
Do you have any questions?
Yeah. I have a quick question for you. Just for the public's purpose, what is the reason for looking at this new company for changing the math books in our district?
Absolutely. So the state of California just recently went through a change in their math frameworks, where they looked at the standards and they looked at the way students were being assessed to capture conceptual understanding, procedural, and problem solving. And so the publishers, in response to the change in the California frameworks, updated their materials. Alongside that, the state of California defines our adoption cycle, and math is the next up for adoption. Admittedly, it was pushed back again in response to waiting for the frameworks to be updated. So our current adoption, or our process now, aligns to the updated California state frameworks for mathematics.
And is there anything for our elementary students?
So elementary's on a different cycle, but yeah.
Yes, elementary is on a different cycle, but we are still within our adoption cycle with Bridges and Number Corner.
Okay. And so how often do these processes happen, and do they look at different companies as well as the company that we're using? Do they kind of put it out to where there's a bidding process, or how does that work?
So it's the state, it's about a 7 to 8 year cycle where the state identifies when it's ready for that particular content area to come up for adoption. And so mathematics is up, secondary mathematics is up. The state for grades 8 through 12 have a recommended list for K8, or K7. It's they have to be on the approved list. So the state starts that. At the high school level, at the secondary level, it's a recommended list. So we use that as a basis. So the state vets different publishers, and it's on the recommended list. And so we use that as the foundational piece.
So would that company that we were changing from now, would they still be on the list, or would they be removed from the list?
This is the state's list, so they'd stay on the list because the state of California may refer to that list as well, other districts in our state.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you.
Yes, of course.
I'm going to go. Excuse me. Thank you, Deanna, for your presentation. Just a couple quick questions.
Sure.
I think I ask this question every time I've been involved in the textbook adoption. Are these digital products or are they hard copy?
High school has a hardback book, but also a book available in digital form. At the middle school level, it's consumables.
Okay. What about their homework? Is that online or is that paper?
Both the consumable and the hard text are available digitally, but for our middle schools, we'll be ordering actual consumables that they will have and they'll carry back and forth.
Okay.
At the high school level, we'll have, as I said, digitally. We'll be able to have hardback books as well available to our students.
Okay. Because I know in higher education, it's all going digital.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And may I also add that
Sure.
there's a component called Alex, which is a digital additional resource for our students. So oftentimes our teachers have indicated that they would potentially use that for homework too. I just worthy to mention.
Thank you. And then I noticed that on your rating sheet, one school was missing in several of the publisher columns. And I'm just curious why, and did that have any impact on the decision?
So the particular school, they have the IB, is it Cathedral City High School? They have the IB mathematics, so they felt like it would be better to omit voting because of their mathematics program and the trajectory that some of the students had. That was part of the conversation because we wanted to ensure that we weren't inadvertently keeping them out of the conversation. But I can unequivocally tell you that they were very vocal in the discussion and they were absolutely behind reveal and felt like it would serve the purpose of preparing their students, even though that was the indicator discussed.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
I just have a quick question. As a student, I know throughout my math learning experience, we use many different programs. Is this meant to serve as the primary math program, or is this just an additional math program to the ones we already have?
No, thank you. That's a great question. We have had multiple programs that have been used. This is intending to be the base program for our district. Yes, absolutely.
You guys good?
Yeah, this in the recommendation area that say review math grow here, math 6, math 7, math 8.
Yes.
Did one is one update from the existing program or is replacing another program?
This is replacing our previous adoption.
And it's not hard for the student to adapt to the change, or is
No,
it's something that happens
So,
every couple years? Yeah.
So part of the discussion, if I may, when we piloted, part of our discussion and our debrief was some of the committee members actually asked the students which publisher they preferred, which was more user-friendly, which did they feel was more accessible, Reveal and Envision, and the students also chose Reveal. I share that story, board member, because I believe that it wasn't a transition for the students. They wholeheartedly used Reveal, and they were able to give voice through their teacher. But nonetheless, they felt like it was very easy. They could access the materials, and Alex was another crowd favorite.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Yeah. Just quickly, so all the teachers and everything will be trained in this new process, and so we have allotted a certain amount of time to be able to get our teachers up to speed with the process of the book.
Yes. Right now, currently working with the publisher as well as our Irvine Math consultants to determine a couple of days before the school year is out for teachers to be able to, if they would like, to plan over the summer and be ready for fall. We'll also have one catch-up date in the summer, and we'll also be training our new teachers at new teacher orientation on the new materials, pending board approval.
And it's not completely different from what the prior book was, is it?
The standards are updated. We've been working very hard, aside from the publisher, working with Irvine Math to teach more conceptually, to be more hands-on and not so rote algorithmically. So the instruction has already shifted to match the frameworks. And so these textbooks will help enhance that experience.
So one more question.
Sure.
So our younger students are going to be learning in the process that they're learning in now. Will they introduce them to that new process of what they're doing?
I feel that currently what we're doing in elementary will definitely align with where we're moving with secondary in math, because we have truly been focused on conceptual as well as some procedural, but it's going to be a great connection, which is one reason why we contracted with the Irvine Math Project, because it was a great fit from the training and the program that we use in elementary.
I just have, real quick, if you're not, don't know these answers, approximately how many students does this affect? In math 6, 7, 8, in math, and then high school, approximately? I'm just wondering.
My numbers.
That's curious.
I don't have my phone
Okay,
with me, but
well,
certainly would be happy to follow up.
later, we can get that.
We can add in the Friday.
Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And
actual
then-
numbers.
All right, so how will the parents be supported in this new adoption? Maybe it didn't see that in this presentation. Yeah. How-
That's a great question. We will work alongside our school sites to ensure that we're providing information on the new adoption. We did post and share the publications down at our district service center for 30 days as usual. And perhaps we could work with our family engagement center to provide some math nights or, it's a great question.
I was just wondering if there was a helpline so they could log in to a tutor live and get, if they're by themselves, parents can't help, a student can get support on the spot, if there isn't any type of support added in those materials.
On the actual adoption itself, I don't believe there's a hotline available to families. However, I know we've been working closely with Amber Gascoigne. She offers a tutoring opportunity, and so we've been working closely with her to share that with families. But I think point well made in that this might be an opportunity for us to maybe partner with family engagement to provide informational on the new adoption for families.
And really, to get a chance for kids to, pass the school day, teachers are finished, so they will need extended, perhaps, support.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll get you the numbers.
Okay. With that, thank you again to you and all of the team that worked on this big project. We'll ask for a motion to approve 14B.
I'll move it.
A second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. Next, approval of monitoring report governing policy R2, academic achievement in core academic disciplines, R-2. Can I get a motion to approve 14C?
I move the motion.
All right.
Second. Yeah.
Are there any questions? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. In item 14D, we look to approve a new middle school and high school course description, a number of them for the new school year, a number of course descriptions, 2024-25, OE-10. Can I get a motion to approve 14D?
I'll move.
In a second?
Second.
Okay. Are there any questions at this time? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Motion passed. On 14E, we look to at the approval of the revised ESSER 3 expenditure plan for Palm Springs Unified School District. Can I get a motion to approve 14E?
I move the motion.
And then a second?
Second.
All right, are there any questions?
No, thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. We, in 14C, have received all of our schools' safety plans. Oh, I'm sorry, 14F. The approval of comprehensive school safety plans for 23-24, 011. Can I get a motion to approve 14F?
Moved.
And then a second?
Second.
Are there any questions or comments? I just printed the first 2 pages of one of the school plans for Dell and Lindley. And this is an extensive 109-page report that it is comprehensive in helping us show our community, our schools, our children, our parents, how we keep our schools safe. And I invite every school across or person across our district to print out or see the plans that are posted on the Palm Springs Unified School District website. And it's really exciting to see the details that are captured in this report, including policies and procedures for incidents, disasters, campus security, site emergency plans, earthquake procedures, lockdown procedures, shelter-in-place procedures, fire drill procedures. All of this is included for you, our public, to see and is public knowledge. So do visit your school site SIPSA plan, and I'm sure they're going to be probably a link to each school site as well. So with that, I commend all of the staffs, administrators that work to make this plan so comprehensive and detailed. That is just a little side note. So with that, I'm going to...
Madonna, I have a quick
go ahead.
question. What is this something that we didn't have before, or was it different? It was just something that we've always had?
Yeah, it's a yearly process that we put together. I know that although the information is not all necessarily directly security related, but under a security department, it's housed and then and processed. But it's an annual process.
Okay. And another one, is this something that parents receive at the beginning of the year?
We don't give them a hard copy, but there's access that they can do. As Madonna mentioned, the link will be made available and they'll have access to it.
So, is it on the link? Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. You go.
Yeah, I have a question. I see that the school safety plan committee that have is a school is different members, and I see that some school use parent as member of the safety committee. All school invite parents to be part of the committee, and maybe they don't find anyone, or they have different ways to form the committee. Like and see maybe the first school in Chinagua Caliente. They don't have any parent, but the Cathedral City Elementary have 4 parents, for example.
Yes, I know that Mr. Smart could probably answer this better than I can, but I know as part of the process, yes, community parent input is requested. Sometimes, I'm going to assume without looking through every single one, they may not obtain participants, but they are invited to be a part of the process.
And so being invited, is that inside of a certain committee that each one of the schools have, or is it general committee that they have where the parents are invited?
Yeah, no, it'd be a specific for the safety plan.
Okay.
So it'd be a specific committee for that purpose.
Each individual school?
Each individual school.
Okay.
No, it's not, I don't think it's on the, we gotta dig a little bit. It's not on the.
And is there any way, I was trying to look to find it on the landing page. Is there any way we can get it somewhere where it's visible? It's kind of like pretty deep inside of the landing page.
You mean to make it a little like more user-friendly to find?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's what I believe we're working on creating that. I'm looking in the wrong direction, sorry. Down over there, yes, that's what we're working on. So we'll make it so it's easily accessible.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
As I looked at the SIPSA plan for Della Lindley, I saw the results from the panorama survey. I had a chance to see the input from parents and students and staff. I also get to see and my grandchildren, hopefully, will be going there soon. The dress and grooming and bullying policies, the visitors policies, the code of conduct. So I think this is really important that parents know about these plans and are able to find them. Thank you. So with that, talking about our school safety plans, OE 11, I think we went to, are there any questions? So now we're all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, motion passed. Thank you. 14G, the approval of sponsored naming agreement between Ms. Nancy Coffey, the Foundation for Palm Springs Unified School District, and PSUSD. And just a note, Ms. Coffey will be recognized at a future board meeting. She was not able to make it tonight, so we're going to do that recognition with her in person. So, but right now, we're going to accept her agreement. Can I get a motion to approve 14G?
Quickly, I just have a comment. Do I wait afterwards?
Yeah.
Wait after?
Yeah, make a motion in a second, then.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
I move the motion. Yeah.
And I second. And then is there any discussion?
Yeah. Okay. So I was looking on here as well as what the district was going to decide to do with the funding for getting the donation. And I didn't see anything on there for something about our students. Maybe, and since it's going to be the theater, I think that maybe some of that money should be put back into our theater program or something that has to do with theater. And because it's kind of vague about how the spending is going to be spent that we receive. And so I just think that if we're going to have, we're doing our theater, it should be somewhere into that theater program. And the spending should be somewhere designated for that purpose.
Understood. Yes, we'll work with the foundation on that, Mr. Irvin. No problem.
Yeah, I need to revisit it. If I remember correctly, it's not designated to anything specifically.
Mm-hmm.
So it's general use.
Yeah.
So it could go to any of the high schools. It's not just for Palm Springs High School,
Yeah.
the funding.
So maybe that's what I mean. So maybe it could be for theater purpose in general, not necessarily Palm Springs High School, but something that has to do with theaters, the
programs,
arts.
Performing arts.
And how to use this money will be decided by the foundation board members?
I think the school district.
Yeah, we'll work with the foundation on that. So yeah, the foundation, in collaboration with the district, we designate the funds to support our students. So we'll look in creative ways and we'll report back to the board.
Okay.
So we did motion and a second. I was a second. And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. Thank you. We'll look forward to meeting Ms. Coffey. 14H, the approval of escrow agreement for security deposits in lieu of retention number C 0004850E for leaseback agreement C 0004850 site and facilities lease for the Della S. Lindley Elementary School Modernization Project with West Coast Air Conditioning, OE 6.2. May I, or can I get a motion to approve item 14H? And then a second?
I'll second it.
So next, we'll have any discussion or questions about this
I don't.
item, gentlemen? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. Thank you. We look at the adoption of resolution number 2324-36, the approval of statutory schools facility fees imposed on new residential and commercial/industrial construction pursuant to Education Code Section 17620 and Government Code Section 66016A, OE 12.2. Can I get a motion to approve 14I?
I move it.
And then a second?
Second.
All right. Are there
Yeah,
any?
Just have a quick question.
Sure,
I
questions?
know in the public hearing, we were told there were no comments. The BIA did not comment? Okay. BIA is the Building Industry Association. Okay, because they always comment, so.
Any other questions, discussion? All right. So we did have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. Thank you. Adoption of Resolution 2324-38, declaring the support of the National Child Abuse Prevention Month, OE-7. Can I get a motion to approve 14J?
I'll move that.
And a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. We look again for 14K, the adoption of Resolution 2023-24-39, proclaiming this upcoming May 8th as Day of the Teacher and designating this week of May 5th through 11th, 2024 as the Week of the Teacher, OE 4.9. Can I get a motion to approve 14K?
I move the motion.
I'll second. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion passed. 14, it is L, adoption of Resolution 2324, designating May 19th through the 25th, 2024 as Classified School Employee Week, OE 4.9. Can I get a motion to approve 14L?
Move for approval.
In a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. We have an amendment number 1, Agreement 2324-0083, Palm Springs Unified School District number IN 000206 between Palm Springs Unified School District and San Bernardino County Superintendent of Schools for the school-based Medi-Cal administrative activities, OE 5.2. Can I get a motion to approve 14M?
I move the motion for approval.
And then a second?
Aye. Oh, I'm sorry. Second.
That's good. That's a good one.
Ready to go.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Motion passed. Amendment number 1, 14N, to increase contract C00404748 between Palm Springs Unified School District and ViTrac Health for additional staffing services for the Special Education Department and Health Services Departments, OE 6.2. Can I get a motion to approve 14N?
No move.
Okay,
Second.
all right. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. 14O, the approval of compromise and release agreement number 2324-07 between parents and district dated March 11th, 2024, OE 6.1. Can I get a motion to approve 14O?
I move the motion for approval.
And then a second?
Second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Motion passed. For our next vote, we'll look to include the consent items for 15A, the approval and acceptance of gifts, through 15F, the approval of certificated and classified employee transactions. 15B, the approval of purchase order report. 15C, the approval of agreements under $10,000. 15D, the approval of agreements over $10,000 or more on other contracts. And 15E, the approval of a new job description, the auditorium and stadium technician. Would anyone like to pull, oh, I'm sorry, and 15F, yes, the certificated and classified employee transactions. Would anyone like to pull an item for discussion or review?
President, I not want to put only one, but I want to make the appointment for the item A.
Okay.
I'm going to do it now?
Yes, go
Yeah, I
ahead.
only want to thank the donors, because we see the amount. The first one is 10,650, and that one is by Relay Beggars. The second one, almost $495 for Agua Caliente, Banca Willa Indian, and the last one, $100 by Alpha. I want to thank for that donation. It's appreciated. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Was there any other discussion on items 15A through F? Okay, with that, can I get a motion, please?
Move for approval.
And then a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion or approval of all of those passed. Our board consent item, the approval of meeting minutes for March 26, 2024. Can I get a motion to approve those minutes?
Move for approval.
And a second?
Second.
All right. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
I'll abstain.
17.
I didn't even watch it.
Information item. All right. 17A, Early Head Start and Head Start reports per requirements for the Head Start Act, February 2024. OE 10.1. The board has received and reviewed the information. Moving on to 18, do we have any suggestions for any future agendas at this time? Not at this time. Okay. On to 19. Setting for the next board meeting. We're looking at our next regular board meeting on April 23rd, 2024 at the District Administration Center. Do we have any comments for the debrief? Student board members, final words? Wisdom?
Thank you guys once again. I'm excited to give a speech at graduation and go from there. So yeah, thank you guys for an amazing year.
Thank you. I would just want to give a shout out to Board Member Cornett. Hello and good night. And anyone else? All right. So with that, can I get a motion to adjourn this meeting?
Move for approval.
Second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. Thank you, everyone.
John, we have another meeting.
Yeah, go ahead.